Ayan, okay. So yun, welcome back. Can I get a thumbs up if I'm heard? Thumbs up nga sa mga nandito and rinig ako. Ayan, okay. Ayan, so, kamusta? Can you guys chat sa chat box? Anong score ninyo dun sa exam natin? Chat ninyo anong score ninyo sa ating first mock exam. Okay, so we're gonna show you the results of the exam. So we have 13 responses sa exam natin. This is the distribution. Oh, technically it's not super bad compared to our previous exams na super skewed sa left. Here, we have the highest to be 8 points. Lowest is 2 points. At least walang naka-zero, right? And the average is just 4.46 over 11 points. So medyo hindi pa rin siya maganda, but at least medyo nakakalahati naman yung average score natin. And with that, may nag-echo ba or wala naman? Okay. So first, let's start with an introduction about AUCSE. Maybe 2 minutes lang to. And then, saka tayo mag-proceed din sa pagtuturo kung paano natin sa-solve yung mock exams kanina. And technically, it's not just the set 11 questions there. It's just a guide kung ano yung topics natin na i-discuss for tonight. Is that good? Type na kayo sa chat box ng AU if ready na kayong lahat. Type kayo ng AU if ready na tayo. I'm waiting for AU. Ayan, okay. So this is a short presentation about AUCSE para naman may context kayo kung sino ba kami bago tayo mag-proceed sa actual discussions natin. Ayan, okay. Again, I'm Rolly Conducto, the CEO of AUCSE Tutorials. AU means Ateneo, UP. It's a word play because, yeah, technically we're from Ateneo and UP, and also it's the chemical symbol for gold. So we want to give a golden future via Ateneo and UP grades in passing the civil service exam. You just want to actually solve this problem kasi you all know kung gaano kababa yung passing rate sa civil service exam, right? It never goes up to 20%. And honestly, hindi naman siya mahirap eh. It's like, kasing level lang siya ng college entrance examinations or even lower. But the problem kasi is kung paano inaaral ng mga tao and given yung age bracket natin dito, it's mostly maraming nasa office people na is like the age of them is like hindi talaga well versed pagdating sa mga gantong type ng examinations. Kaya yun yung key kung paano natin siya papataasin. And meron tayong class big quiz and class pag quiz na i-offer later. So technically we started just this year, last August. And these are actually the start. We just tried this one out, pero nag-focus talaga kami before sa mock exams lang din. And as you can see, we released this August one. It's like 2 weeks before yung actual exams, and we got a good traction actually. This is a reach there, and if nag-take ka ng exam before, you know na at certain point lumabas pa sa Facebook na we are popular now. And bakit? Hindi lang siya because we're from Ateneo and UP. Makita niyo kasi yung mock exams namin, yung score sa mock exams namin. For example, here's a verbal, up to 30. Well, it looks like a bell curve, right? Most is nasa 15 yung average and such. Pero yung ibang exams namin, hindi na siya basta bell curve eh. Like here's a numerical. It's literally skewed to the left. You know, or here ang range ng score natin, may isang naka-29, may isang naka-22, 20, pero most ng scores about 273 ang nag-exam is dito. Nagbabagsakan talaga. So, ito yung reason ko bakit there is something na mali sa preparation. Kaya maraming bumabagsak sa civil service exam. It's not really mahirap na exam mismo. It's mali kung paano tayo nagpe-prepare about it. And just look at our analytical exam. Boom, clear na clear, right? 476 takers, average is 9.5 points. Isipin kung gano'n kahirap yung exams namin. And ang goal kasi namin dito is not just magpabagsak ng mga tao, it's diversity kasi yung question namin dito eh. Pinapakita namin kung ano-ano yung topics na pwede talaga para hindi suntok sa buwan. Like, ito lahat ng topics na pwede. Gano'n kahirap yung pwede niyong ma-reach, gano'n kadali. Yun yung, yun yung panuntunan dito sa AUCSE. It's diversity plus up and down, highest and lowest points. Yun yung gusto naming ituro. Kaya nagbabagsakan yung exams namin. And right now, we're offering ting-tinanin, we have this early bird promo, blah, 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 blah. Pero hindi mo tayo dyan focus. Focus tayo sa class na ina-offer namin. We have this one. So dito sa AU, we have class bug quiz and class big quiz. So class bug quiz, ito yung normal namin na tutoring like every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Ito yung mid up to high level questions. Technically, this is nakalagay, target preparations for fresh graduates or Gen Z all were well versed na in mathematics. So parang alam na yung basics and fundamentals. So it's more of mas ma-master na lang yung fundamentals na yun and paano siya i-apply sa difficult level na questions. Ito yung class bug quiz. However, if dito naman sa class big quiz, ito yung fundamentals practice na, for example, I have may dalawa kanina, mag-asawa sila, and then parang they said na they can't even solve for X. Na parang sa'tin, I mean for some of us medyo madali na siya. Pero alam natin na merong ibang people na kahit sa gano'ng basics is super hirap pa sila. So ito yung class big quiz. Magka-class din sila sa bug quiz pero 'pag nasa class big quiz sila is madadagdagan yung classes nila. Meron din silang classes na Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday na nagpa-practice lang ng fundamentals. For example, isa-isahin yung laws of exponents, isa-isahin yung algebraic formulas, practice more on kung paano i-solve si X na hindi na natin siya gagawin sa class bug quiz kasi this is basic midline up to higher level questions. Dito is basic midline up to like talagang deep ng fundamentals. Ganun yung mangyayari dito. So if ever you want to inquire more about this, just message a page or message niyo ako. Tapos i-explain namin sa inyo kung paano namin ilalatag itong two classes na to. So, question so far. Questions. Can we get another AU if okay na? Kasi na tayo sa solving ng problems natin. AU. Okay, so yan. So yun lang naman yung meron sa AU. Again, I'm from Ateneo UP. Kailangan namin ipakita sa inyo kung paano namin kayo kamahal. Paano gano'n namin kayo kamahal. So ito punta tayo sa solving yung actual problems natin. Okay, wait lang. Alamin natin sino yung naka-highest na score. Ang highest natin is 9 ay 8. Ang kaka-8 natin is si charot, mamaya na lang pala. Hindi ito. Buksan natin siya. Tingnan natin. Sino yung highest natin. Bagal siya. Anyways, so mamaya natin makita. Solve muna tayo here. So technically, we have class bagwis and class bitchis. Iba pa, hindi ko na siya paghihiwalayin. Ipapakita ko na lang sa inyo kung ano yung hanggang class bagwis lang and yung diniscuss ng hanggang class bitchis. Let's start with question number 1. Question number 1, we have 257 times 243. Get this. Ito yung screen rate. Kita na siya. Okay. And okay. So you have 257 times 143. So first is the normal way of solving it. How do we solve this normally, di ba? Parang we have so normally it's just really 3 by 3, 257 times 243. So that's gonna be blah 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 blah. Haba. Pero ayoko ng mahaba. So, paano natin 'to isa-solve if ganito yung ang technique ko kasi diyan, if makikita ninyo is 207 ta's 243. This is 25, this is 24, magkalapit lang sila, right? So, technically, there's something weird about these numbers. Di naman siguro tayo ipapa-times ng sobrang haba na wala man lang technique. So, ang technique ko diyan is malapit lang sila, kunin ko yung gitna nila. This is 257, this is 243, this is plus 7, this is minus 7. Technically, it's just 250 plus 7 times 250 minus 7. Gets? So if hindi niya siya nakakuha ng this is common sense. If hindi niya kaya ng common sense, i-get na yung mismo average. 257 plus 243 divided by 2, makuha niya rin 250 dyan. So if 250 plus 7 times 250 minus 7, this is also equal to, this is also equal to what? This is also equal to a plus b minus a minus times a minus b. Remember this formulas from grade 7 or grade 8? 250 is A, 7 is B, and ang sagot kasi dito, di ba, it's x squared minus b squared. So technically, Ang kailangan lang natin gawin diyan is kunin yung square ni A minus kunin yung square ni B. So this is just gonna be 250 squared minus 7 squared. And paano ba 'to i-square? So technically, ibukod natin 25, ibukod natin yung 0. This is gonna be 0, 0. So 25 squared, that's gonna be 2 times 3, tapos lagyan natin 25. So it's gonna be 625, tapos minus 49. So this is just gonna be so this is gonna be 62,500 minus 49. So 10, 9, 4. 10 minus 9 is 5. 9 minus 4 is 5. 4, 62. Oh, 62 for 5. So 62,455. Ay, plus 5. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 4 is 5. 62,451. So that's the correct answer. It's A. Nakita ninyo, from supposedly 3 by 3 pa, if nag 3 by 3 tayo dito, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ano ba yan? So, may mga exponents pa dyan. Dito, it's simply, ang ginawa lang natin, 6 times, 3 times 2 is 6, tapos 25, tapos 0, 0, tapos minus 49. Diba parang naging 20 seconds na lang siya. So, questions? Easy, right? So, gusto niyo pang i-solve ng, sige, try natin na-solve ng buo, kung gaano siya kahaba, or wag na, wag na. So, ayan, kita niyo ba? So, gano'n lang siya. It's A plus B times A minus B if ganito magkalapit yung numbers. So, marami kasing trick questions sa ganito. Like, di ba wala tayong calculator. So, civil service exam might be challenging yung kung paano niyo siya na-solve ng walang calculator. But, imbis na 27 times 3 times 4 times 2, si nyo pa. Simply, 25 squared minus 49. Tapos na. Okay? So, next. May questions ba? May questions? Okay. So let's try to solve another one. So ito, almost ganun din. Ito naman 4 by 4. So technically iba, sabihin may shortcut na dyan. Kasi, kasi parehas sa 0 yung dulo. So try natin sagutan ng yung shortcut na 0. And try natin sagutan yung method natin kanina. So this gonna be 3, 4, 20 times 3,580. So 3, 4 at 3,420 times 3,580. So normally, ang sasabihin na technique dyan, alisin na naman natin yung 0. So magiging 342 times 350, 358. So it's gonna be 8 times 2, 16, 8 times 4, 32, 33, 8 times 3, 24, 27. Tapos 5 times 2, 0, carry 1. 4 times 5, 20, carry 2. 5 times 3, 15, 17. Plus 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 3, 2, carry 1. 3 times 3, 9, 0. I'm not sure if tama to lahat, pero let's see. Tapos 6, 3, 4, carry 1, 10, 2, carry 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Stibat natin to. 1, 2, 2. 12, 2, 4, 3, 600, yun. Kaya mabilis siya sa'kin kasi ang bilis mag-process yung math. Pero if hindi kayo mabilis mag-process sa math, medyo matagal siya. Ang dami pang tina-times, tapos pa double check. You know, dun tayo natatagalan eh. Pero try natin yung isang technique. What if magkalapit lang siya? Tingnan natin dito. Let's try 3, 4, 20 times 3, 5, 80. Kita nyo, 34 tapos 35. So, magkalapit lang din siya, di ba? Obviously. So, common sense, this is like 20, tapos this is 80. So, this is gonna be 3,500 minus 80 times 3,500 plus 80. Plus 80 times 3,500 plus 80. This is 3,580, this is 3,420. So, mangyari dyan is 3,500 squared minus 80 squared. So, ibukod lang din natin 'to, 0 squared is 0, 0, 0, 0. Yun na yan 'no. Tapos ano yung 35 squared natin diyan? So, 35 squared is 3 times 4 tapos 25. So, it's gonna be 3 oh, sorry. It's gonna be 3, 4, 2, 5 tapos 3 times 4 tapos 0, 0, 0, 0. 34, 35, 34, 34, 35 squared. Ay, 3 times 2 lang. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 12, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4. 12, 25 minus, ano yung 80 squared natin? So that's gonna be 6,400. Okay? So 3 times 4 is 12, plus 25, plus 6,400. Gonna be 0, 0, tapos 10, 9, 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. Plus 4, 1, 2, 2. So it's got the same answer. So anong advantage ito nasa kanan? Ang advantage nito nasa kanan, ano lang yung tinames ninyo? Ang tinames na lang dito is technically 3 times 4 saka 8 times 8. Ilang tinames ninyo? Diba? Easy as fuck. Pero dito anong tinames ninyo? Sobrang dami. 8 times 2, 8 times 4, 8 times 3, 5 times 2, 5 times 4, 5 times 3, times 3 times. Nakakapagod. So mukha silang parehas na madali. Pero dito, 3 times 4 saka 8 times 8. Sa kabila, sobrang dami. Kita niyo yung technique. So, anong mas prefer niyo? Left side or right side? Sa left or right? So, yun yung, isa yung mga techniques na nandito kung bakit mahalaga yung simple algebra na a squared minus b squared. Kasi, no, from super daming mo i-multiply, napunta tayo sa 3 times 4 plus 8 times 8. So, our triaxive gets naman, gets. Okay, nasyon ba kayo guys? Okay, so ayan, questions? If may questions kayo, just raise your hand or chat sa chat box, okay? So, next question natin. Ang question natin is, I think, algebra again. Ito, simplify. Sige, bago tayo pag-proceed dyan, para pakita ko ano yung mga dapat ninyong sauluhin. So, class bug quiz, ito yung normal na pag-solve. Ituturo namin to kung paano siya solve specifically. Pero pagdating sa class big quiz, iisa-isahin namin itong a squared minus b squared. Kung paano siya mamamaster and kung ano pa yung ibang mga kasama niya ng formulas. For example, ipasok natin itong iba. Ayan. So, ito yung basic na algebraic formulas. Pagdating natin ng class big quiz. So, if nalilito kayo, bug quiz means wings. Balilipad tayo. Ang sabihin, ready na tayong lumipad din. Pag big quiz, tulungan muna. So, dito sa big quiz, tulungan muna tayo. Isa-isay namin tong formula na to. Na, ang pangat kasi is like, sasauluhin mo siya ng, for example, a plus b squared. It's like, sabihin, a plus b squared a squared plus b squared ay plus 2a. Nakakalito, right? So it's more of ipa-practice namin kung paano siya sinasolve, paano siya nakuha doon, and then a lot of examples para ma-familiarize, ma-gets ninyo kung paano siya isa-solve. Hindi siya basta memorization kasi math is not memorization. Yeah, dapat ninyong masaulo to, pero sa ulo via solving. Kasi if sinaulo niyo siya ng basta binabasa niyo lang, isa na bumalik kayo sa English objective gusto niyo magbasa lang. Yung sa ulo sa math is via solving lagi. Yun yung gagawin natin sa class big keys. For example, ma-practice natin na 3x plus 5 squared. Yung 3x plus 5 squared. Para hindi na kayo, nakakatakot naman may x na yan. Ang gusto namin, pagdating ng exam is, madali na to. So it's just gonna be 9x squared plus 3 times 2, 6 times 5, 30x plus 25. Diba? Naging easy na siya. Pero kailangan mo siyang sinsimulan sa 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. Isa-isahin mo siya, 25, 15x. Diyan kami mag-start sa class big keys. 'Pag na-familiarize na kayo sa normal process saka tayo pupunta sa shortcuts. Eh, hindi kami nagtuturo ng basta shortcuts lang, gusto namin is sa ulo via solving. Gano'n yung mangyari sa class Big and this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have a question? Ayan. So itong 8 na 'to, iisa-isahin natin yan tulad yung sa class Big ng sa ulo via solving, not just sa ulo via reading. Yun yung difference natin sa ibang RCs. Okay? So, questions or we can proceed? You can proceed. Pumunta tayo sa next kung paano natin siya isa pang application ng sinasaulo na yan. Let's solve this one. Okay, this one. Medyo malabo siya, so rate ko siya. This is, mukha siyang scary, right? Pero promise, madali lang siya. So we have, what is it? So for this problem, we have the sixth root of x squared. Sorry for that. Zoom out. Okay, so for this problem, we have the sixth root of x squared plus cube root of y times cube root of x squared minus the sixth root of x squared y squared plus cube root of y squared. So, technically, mukha siyang, how, what the fuck is happening? Pero if you try to process it normally, yun yung pag-solve sa math, just try to process it normally. Isa-isahin din ninyo. Magiging madali lang siya. So, pakita ko yung proper way of solving this. So, if ganito, kung parang ano lang din siya eh, parang numbers lang siya. We have this A, B, C, D, E. It's just C, D, E times A, B. So, ililist lang natin siya ng ganun. So, let's try it. So, if we have cube root, we, so, papakita pa na siya 3 times normally. Let's start with cube root of x squared minus 6 root of x squared y squared. Ay, oh sorry. Y squared plus cube root of y squared. Tapos times yung kabila, 6 root of x squared plus cube root of y. So dito, ang process ko dyan is pasimplihin ko muna. Makikita ninyo kasi this is root 3, this is 6, this is 3, this is 3, this is 6. So medyo mahirapan tayo mag-process dyan. So if ganito, gawin natin silang lahat na same denominator. So punta tayo sa rows of exponent. Quick lang tayo sa rows of exponent. Ayan. So ito, hindi to optional. Dapat talaga sa ulo nitong rows of exponent. Kasi super dami niyang application. As in, tapos, ayan. So para ma-solve 'to, it's just simple x and y, pero if di niyo alam yung rows of exponent, nalilito kayo. So sa class big quiz, hindi na namin 'to ituturo isa-isa, kung ano na lang yung needed sa sa class bug quiz rather, hindi na natin 'to ituturo isa-isa, kasi kung ano yung needed sa problem, yun na lang siya. Pero sa class big quiz, isa-isahin natin siya. So ang magagamit natin dun is product rule, and then 'tong fractional exponent rule. Yung dalawa. So sa product rule, A-M-A-N. So for example, if same siya ng base, for example, x
Paano ng remote yan?
times x squared, sorry for that. So if kunyari, x cubed times x squared, hindi siya x raised to 6. It's x raised to 5. Kailangan natin i-add yung exponents. Why? Kasi x cubed times x squared is like x times x times x, x cubed, tapos times x squared. Diba? So, tatlong x cubed, tapos x squared, ilang x yan? So, that's x raised to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X raised to 5 siya. Okay? Kaya, pinag-times mo lang siya, it's gonna be added. If nalilito kayo kung bakit siya in-add, i-drawing din yan. Tatlong x, dalawang x, limang x. Okay? What if x cubed times y squared? X cubed times y squared, different base. Kahit pag timesin mo yan, hindi yan magsasama. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng isama yung y sa x. So, it's just gonna be x cubed y squared kapag dinrawin mo. So, dito, x cubed y squared din siya. Yung sa mga technique natin na, if nalilito kayo sa laws of exponent, kung paano siya nangyayari, very super complex. Like, may square root, may super laking ano. Ibigay ninyo sa maliliit na example, x cubed, x squared. Paano siya nangyayari? I-drawing ninyo. So, madededuce nyo na yung rule. Okay? So, yung technique, if limot yung rule, draw small examples. Yun lagi yung technique ko dyan eh. Na parang if hindi ko tandaan na yung rule dun, mag-isip ako ng maliliit na examples. Tapos if nalilito pa and draw ko talaga sila, tapos maalala ko, ganun nga pala siya. Okay? Golden rule yan. If nilimot, draw small examples. Okay? So, questions about sa product rule? Wala naman. Okay. So, dito tayo sa fractional exponent rule. So, fractional exponent rule natin, it's just saying na a raised to m and blah, 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 blah. So, if sinabi niya na a raised to m over n is equal to a raised to m root n, technically, yung exponent niyan, magkadugtong pa rin sila. Tapos ito is, nandito siya sa labas. Okay, for example, a raised to 4 over 6, this is just gonna be a raised to 4 pa rin. Tapos, yung index nung, sorry, a raised, a raised to 4. Tapos yun nandito is 6 siya. Okay, so technically, this one is kaya siyang i-fraction. So, for example, baliktad tayo kanina is x raised, kunwari, cube root of x squared. So, if i-fraction natin yung exponent, it's just gonna be x raised to 2 over 3. Kung baga yun, ang kukulong na yun, that's just simply the denominator. Okay? Goods. So, balikan natin kanina, para natin siya itatransform na 6 na lang ulit lahat para maging madali tayo. So, if itatransfer natin to, so let's try to transfer muna sa fraction, tapos saka natin i-simplify yung fraction na yun. So, ito, x squared, cube root of x squared, so it's gonna be x over x raised to 2/3, tapos minus, this one naman is x squared y squared over 6. So, x squared over 6, y squared over 6. Tapos plus, this is y squared over 3. Tapos sa baba natin, times, this is x squared over 6. Tapos this is y raised to 1 lang siya, right? So it's gonna be y raised to 1 over 3. Nakikip ko lang exponent, that's 1. So, ayun na, naka-fraction form na siya, right? Tapos kita niyo na yung difference sa denominators. Difference sa denominators, and sa class big quiz, sisimulan natin sa transforming fractions to similar fractions. Tapos, pero dito sa class big quiz, anyways. So, if gagawin natin over 6 lahat, ang magiging solving niya is so, magiging ano to, magiging ano siya. So, 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 2 is 4. X raised to 4 over 6. Tapos ito, over 6 naman na siya parehas, so wala na siyang problem. Tapos, malinis ito over 6. Tapos, plus, 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 2, 4. And then, dito sa baba is x raised to 2 over 6. Okay na yan. So, isa is y raised to 2 over 6. So, 1/3 is also equal to 2 over 6. So, ganun. So, if nasa class bagwis kayo, lumilipad, papakita lang namin yung ganun, mabilisan na siya. Kasi, ang kailangan ng class bagwis is idea kung paano solve yung problems kasi alam na yung fundamentals. Pero nasa class big quiz kayo, isa-isay natin. Paano naging 4 over 6 yung 2/3, which is just simply 2 over 3, tapos times 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 4, 4 over 6. Papakita namin fundamentally kung paano siya nangyari. Tapos pag less big quiz is quick na sang solving like this. Nalilito pa rin ako sa dalawa. Pero sige. Gawin charot. Ayan, so iso-solve na natin siya. So long method tayo dito, pare-parehas ng over 6 yan. Ang gagawin na lang natin is multiply kung paano tayo nag-multiply. So, y raised to 2 over 6 times y raised to 4 over 6. Katulad sabi ko kanina, it's i-add natin. So, it's gonna be y raised to 6 over 6. Bakit? 2 over 6 plus 4 over 6 is 6 over 6. Rules of exponent and rules of fraction. Tapos dito is y raised to 2 over 6 times this one. Sabi ko, hindi natin pwedeng pagsamahin yung x and y, pero pwede natin pagsamahin yung y and y. That's gonna be minus x raised to 2 over 6. Tapos yung y natin, this is 2 over 6, this is 2 over 6. That'll be 4 over 6. Tapos y raised to 2 over 6 times this one. And since magkaiba sila, pagdidikit lang natin sila. X raised to 4 over 6, tapos y raised to 2 over 6. Plus. Okay, dito tayo sa baba. So, x raised to 2 over 6 times this one. So, wala yun. Pagdidikit lang natin sila. X raised to 2 over 6 times y raised to 4 over 6. And then, pag multiply natin dito, x raised to 2 over 6 times x raised to 2 over 6 minus, it's gonna be x raised to 4 over 6. Inad natin siya. Y raised to 2 over 6. And then lastly, x raised to 2 over 6 times x raised to 4 over 6. It's gonna be x raised to 6 over 6. Kasi 4 plus 2 is 6. So, add na natin itong dalawa. Huwag nyo sa gitna, parehas to, 4, 6, 2, 6. Wala na to. Ito, parehas dito, minus negative. Wala na rin to. Natira na lang is x raised to 6 over 6 plus y raised to 6 over 6, which is x plus y. Tapos na. Questions? So, di ba mukha lang siyang mahirap, pero ang dulong sagot is x plus y lang. So, that's the long method. Right now, punta tayo sa short method. The short method is using algebra ulit. So, babalik tayo sa original question natin. Hang on, let me drag this one. Babalik tayo dito. Babalik tayo dito. If makita ninyo siya, okay, laptop's lagging. If nakikita ninyo dito, ayan, pinare-write ko siya. Papakita ko sa inyo yung magic. So, it's gonna be, pinare-write ko na ng ano, x raised to 2 over 6 plus y raised to 1/3 times x raised to 2 over 3 minus x raised to 2 over 6 y raised to 2 over 6 plus y raised to 2/3. Makikita ninyo yung connection dito. This is 2 over 6. Tapos is 2 over 3. Wala siya, di ba? So, i-write ulit natin ang same ng denominator. Like, yun ang technique. I-write yun ang same ng denominator para makita ninyo yung connections between them. So, this is gonna be x raised to 4 over 6. Oh. Minus. So, this is over 6 na ulit. So, okay na siya. Tapos sa kabila is, this is 2/3. So, this is gonna be 4 over 6. So, ipakita ninyo dito, this is 2 over 6. This is 4 over 6 na square. This is 2 over 6. This is 4 over 6 na square din siya. So, nasa gitna, this is kinapi lang. So, if makikita ninyo, if we let this as A, we let this as B, this is gonna be A plus B. Tapos yung kabila is, it's gonna be A squared. Tapos ito is gonna be B squared. So, tingnan, this is gonna be minus AB. And this is formula for what? A plus B times A squared minus AB plus B squared. So, if i-check natin kanina sa magical formula natin, so, algebraic formulas natin, drag natin dito. Ay, pasok tayo ng bago. So, check natin siya dito sa formulas natin. This is kamukha ng A plus B. Ito, may A plus B. Tapos A squared minus AB plus B squared. So same sila. A plus B times A squared minus AB plus B squared. This formula is equal to A cubed plus B cubed. So if alam na natin yun, since it's A cubed plus B cubed, sasolve na natin siya. Ang A natin is this one. So A cubed natin is A raised to 6 over 6 cube plus, ano yung B natin? B is this one. So B cubed natin is Y raised to 2 over 6 is the 3. So this entire P is just equal to this one. And simplify lang natin siya. 3 times 2 is 6. A raised to 2, 6 over 6 plus 3 times 2 is 6. Y raised to 6 over 6. Or X plus Y. See? Gano'n siya ka-different. So if i-compare natin yung kanina na from dito, it's lagging. Hang on. From dito, nag-transform tayo pag ganon, pag ganon, pag ganon, pag ganon. Tapos, nag-multiply tayo, tapos in-add natin. Dito, ano lang ginawa natin? Sinundan natin yung formula. Inilagay natin kung sino yung A plus B, tapos 3 times 2, 3 times 2. Tapos na. You see, kaya siya ng under 15 seconds or 30 seconds. Compared sa kabila na 1 to 2 minutes. So, ganun ka-powerful tong table na to. Okay, ganun ka-powerful tong table na to. It can transform some processes na should take about 1, 2, or 3 minutes. Look at this, 1, 2, or 3 minutes into something na kaya ng tan-tan-nan, just, I don't know, 15 or 30 seconds. Sa civil service exam kasi yun ang labanan. Kung paano mo isa-solve ng tama. Yun ang first, paano isa-solve ng tama. And secondly, paano mo isa-solve ng mabilis. Time limit is the key here. So if you want a lot of this, magsimula kayo sa class Bagwis. Kasi sa class Bagwis, iisa-isay natin tong lahat ng to. Sa class Big Kiss, ipapakita natin yung application. Paano siya nasa-solve ng mabilisan. Okay? Questions? Question. Okay. So, ayan. Kita nyo na ba yung amazingness ng algebra natin? So, move forward tayo sa next topics natin. So, algebra is technically grade 7, grade 8 math. I think our next is, roommate. I think skip muna natin tong roommates kasi algebra na naman to. Punta tayo sa geometry muna tayo. Punta tayo sa triangles. So, let's start with this one. So, questions ba? Or wala naman? Hard to relax nga if gets niya pa naman so far. Hard. Not hard to relax if mention pa kayo. Okay. So, punta tayo sa geometry. Ayan. So, let's read this one. Bong drew a triangle that has sides 5, 6, and 9 centimeters in length. Find the area of the triangle in squared centimeters. So, technically, if triangles, ang naisip natin is, for example, this one. Tapos, ang formula niya is 1/2 base times height. Given na siya, right? What if ganito? The sides is 5, 6, and 9. 5, 6, tapos bilang 9. Hindi natin determine if 9 ba talaga yung base niya or baka pwedeng ganito lang siya ka-weird. Like literal na literal 5, 6, 9 na wala talagang base. You know, kasi if you have base, it should be stated in something. Kasi if wala ring base, hindi natin makukuha yung height. Okay, so if ganito yung, if natin base yung 9, what's the height? It's not given, right? What's the height? It's the height. It's the height. It's not given. So if sides lang yung given, paano natin siya isosolve? That's the biggest question. So if ganito, this is the number one formula for triangles. That's the favorite. The second, which you should all know by now, is Heron's formula. Heron's formula, let me input another picture here. It's simply, it revolves around getting the perimeter. And so Heron's formula is just about getting the perimeter. So we have sides A, B, and C. Tapos it's just gonna be A times S, square root of S times S minus A, blah, 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 blah. Pero pakita ko na lang paano siya sinasolve. So if we have 5, 6, and 9, we have 5, 6, and 9. The first that you should get is the perimeter. The perimeter is 9 plus 6, 15 plus 5 is 20. Then we would have S, which is just the half of this perimeter, which is gonna be 10. Then the formula for Heron's is square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. So technically, it's just 10 times isa-subtract natin lahat dyan. So, yung gagawin natin siya, area S is equal to S which is 10. Tapos 10 minus 5 is 5. 10 minus 6 is 4. 10 minus 9 is 1. So, getting that, we have 10 times 5 times 4 times 1. Dito na nagkakamali yung iba. Kasi ginagawa nila, gagawin nila dyan na square root of 4 times 5 is 20 times 10 is 200. Tapos sa kanila pipilitin yung square root to. Eh, wala naman tayong calculator. If mag-square root kayo ng ganito, huwag yung multiply ng sama-sama. Don't. Goal kasi dyan is, we should factor out. Okay, my writing is bad. Okay, let's write it again. Hang oh, wait. Canvas is moving. Wait, let me just reload this one. So, ang goal kasi dyan is do not multiply. Huwag niyo pagsama-samahin. Pag nasa loob ng radical side, what we should do is factor it out. Yun dapat ninyong gawin. And let me try that again. So the rule is don't multiply, factor out. Okay, we should factor out, not multiply. Ma-factor out natin dito. 10, sorry. 10 is 5 times 2. 5 is prime naman na siya. Tapos 4 is 2 times 2. Dito makita ninyo kung ano yung mga may squares eh. So, kunin natin to. May square siya. So, ilabas natin siya. 2. Kasi square root of 2 times 2 is 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 5 times 5 is 5. Nasa labas natin dalawa. Yung matitira sa loob is 2 na lang. It's gonna be 2 times 5 times square root of 2. So, it's gonna be 10 square root of 2. Diba? Mukhang mahirap yung problem, pero via Herons, ganun lang naman siya. Tapos ito, tagandaan nyo, don't multiply, factor out. Para lahat ng may dalawa dyan, cancel, cancel. Tapos yun yung makikita ninyo. Okay? So, pakita pa nga tayo ng isa pa ng cancel, cancel na yan. For example, gawa tayo ng number. Yung walang perfect na. Okay, wala siya. For example, we have, na itong math process na to. For example, we have square root of 1,800 na parang, oh my God, ang laki niya and such. Square root of 1,800 na parang, oh my God, ang laki niya and such. Pero just factor out and it's easy. So it's gonna be Kita niyo naman 'no, 100 'no, 100 times 18. Walang kita niyo na, eh, anong square root ng 100? 10. Tapos square root na lang ng 18. Parang, hala wala namang square root yan, eh, di isa-isahin mo. Eh, di 9 times 2, square root ng 9, 3. 10 times 3 tapos square root of 2, 30 square root of 2. The key is factor out pababa. If hindi kayo ganito kabilis sa common sense, puwede niyo namang isa-isahin. 100 is 10 times 10 tapos 5 times 2, 5 times 2. Labasan niyo yan, 5 and 2. Labasan niyo yung 3 times 3. Lalabas naman yan parehas diyan. Just factor out and ilabas. Okay? So going back sa triangles, we have three main formulas lang naman sa area ng triangle. One is this one, yung 1/2 base times height. This one yung 1/2 base times height. This one is yung 2, yung herons. Tapos 3, what if angle naman yung given? For example, we have eto, na radius is the radius is 5, tapos ang measure nitong arc na to is 30 degrees. So if 30 degrees to, pwede mo na siyang ganunin tapos gawa ka ng special angles diyan, i-solve mo ng mahaba, medyo mahaba. Pero it's just gonna be 1/2 r squared sin theta. Okay. So, anong paano mo nakuha yung sin theta? So, this is 30 degrees. This is major intercepted arc. So, this is also gonna be 30 degrees. So, this is just gonna be 1/2. Ano yung r mo dyan? Is 25. Tapos, sin 30. And sabi ko sa inyo, di ba, walang calculators sa civil service exam. Pero kaya niya solve yung sin 30. Siya yung hand method na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, now we have 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. So sa class big case, ituturo natin kung paano ginagawa 'to. Pero since just sin 30 dito siya, tapos this is the sine side, this is the cosine side. It's just one finger, so it's just gonna be 1/2. So 1/2 times 25 times sin 30 is 1/2. So you don't need calculators for special angles. It's gonna use this hand method. And ituturo namin siya sa class big case. So the answer here is 25/4. Siya na yung area niya. So that's the three most common formulas pagkuha ng area of triangle. Remember them all. The same side, herons, tapos, I don't know what's this called. Questions? That's naman. Okay, so I think that's about triangles. Okay, siguro next natin is questions. Wala naman. Okay. So, it's like more of patikim talaga tayo dito sa free trainings natin para makita ninyo ano yung mga topics na aralin natin pagdating na actual tutorial sessions natin ng January 11 onwards. So, lahat ng mga binanggit ko dito, summarize natin siya dun, but before we even summarize, we need to delve, we need to practice, we need to memorize via solving, not memorize via reading. Yung ano natin dito. So, punta tayo sa next question natin. Check ko na next natin. Next natin is, which of the following set of sides cannot form a triangle? So dito, ang rule lang naman dyan is, ano sa bula? Dito, yeah. Okay. So dito, if cannot form a side of a triangle, ang rule lang naman dyan is, if A, if A, B, and C are sides of a triangle, A plus B should be always greater than C, B plus C should be always greater than A plus C should always be greater than B. Technically, dapat when you add any two sides, it should always be greater than the third side. Yun lang yun. Okay, so let's try to add. Di na nga actually siya need ng computation, more mental na lang siya. So dapat pag nag-add kayo ng two sides, mas malaki dun sa remaining side. Ganun lang siya. So we have here 3 plus 3 plus 13 is 16, it's bigger than that. 3 plus 15, 18, it's bigger than that. 15 plus 13, 15 plus 3 is 18, it's also bigger than that. So pwede ito lahat. Okay, so here we have 2 plus 5 equals 7, it's greater than 6. We have 2 plus 6 equals 8, it's greater than 5. We have 5 plus 6 equals 11, it's greater than 2. So as long as it's greater than the remaining side, it can form a triangle. Okay, and lastly, we have 3 plus 6 equals 9. So 3 plus 6 equals 9. It's equal, it's not greater than. So basta lumagpas na siya dun sa greater than natin na condition, cannot form a triangle na siya. Okay? Any two sides should be greater than the third side. That's just the rule here. Questions? Okay, good. So dun tayo sa next natin. Na next natin dito. Uy, solving. Lapit to. So, ito yung favorite ko siguro sa mga class bag quiz natin kasi super daming practice solving na to the point na kahit anong algebra equation makita ninyo, hindi na kayo matatakot. Matutuwa pa kayo na, uy, solving na naman. Yung nakaka-excite, right? Okay, track this a bit. Hang on. Internet's not interneting. Oh, I want to record board, so I just want to paste this. Oh, there you go. So let's name it. Yeah, okay, so let's try solving. If a squared b over g is equal to c plus d square root of e over f, find e. So, tingnan natin dyan, e. So, easily dyan, lipat na natin tong f dun. It's gonna be a squared bf over g is equal to c plus d square root of e. And then, paano siya? Basic dito, lipatan sa kabila. A squared bf over g minus c is equal to d square root of e. Tapos, paano pa natin sa-solve to? So, mawawala to, right? So, it's gonna be a squared bf over g. Paano natin, wait. Squared bf over g, tapos minus c, tapos d. Okay. Minus c. Kasi nilipat natin yung over d. Hindi siya gonna be over d lang dito. It's gonna be all over d. A is equal to square root of e. Kaso ang pangit na to, so ang gagawin dyan usually is pinaghihiwalay siya. No? Magiging e squared bf over gd minus charot lang, mamaya na. Hindi ko na papakitin kasi baka malito pa ako. Tapusin muna natin to. This is square root, so it's gonna be e is equal to a squared bf minus c over g all over d squared. So if simplify pa natin to based on sa ano bang ano natin dito. Ang options natin is this one. Wala dito, no? Lahat is naka-under isang D lang siya. So, try natin gamitin na under ng isang D lang siya. It's gonna be, simplify muna natin tong taas. It's gonna be A squared BF minus CG over G. So, since over dito lahat, hindi over DG. So, A squared BF minus CG over G. Tapos over D, nasa choices ba to? GD, CG. Yun. CGDG, CGDG, boom, nandun na siya. 'Di ba, one step lang siya. So, yun pa-practicein namin kayo kung paano nagiging madali yung ganito. It's more of mukha siyang nakakalito if hindi kayo sanay, pero if marami kayong practice, magiging madali na din siya. Okay? Good. Okay, proceed tayo sa next question. Next question natin is, okay, simplify again. Hmm, this. Okay. Ayan, okay. Okay, so let's try to simplify. The problem is 256 over 1,296 raised to negative 3 over 4. Parang, whoa, 256 raised to 3. 296 raised to 3. Wow, so hard, right? And babalikan natin yung loss of exponent dapat dito. Pero, let's try to quick solve muna kung paano siya normally sinasolve. So, dito, ang technique ko dyan is, obviously, hindi natin siya kayang i-multiply ng malaki. So, yung rule ko kanina na don't multiply, factor out. Yan, okay. Let's always use this. Don't multiply, factor out. Pag sa loss of exponents yung gagamitin natin. Gano'n ba siya kalakas? So, start tayo sa 256. So, isa-isahin mo natin siya, 256. 256 is technically 16 squared. Kaya nyo palang magsulat. Ginagawa ko yan actually. 11 squared up to 30 squared kada naliligo ako. 11 squared, 121, 12 squared, 144, 11 squared, 169, 14 squared, 196, 25. So, gusto ko yung paano ko siya sinuulo. Sorry, nag-commercial muna tayo. So, 11 squared, it's just 121 as is, wala lang technique dyan. Yun na mismo yun. Tapos 12 squared, 144. Medyo obvious ba itong dalawa eh. Tuloy nyo na lang siya, okay. Tapos 13 squared, this is 169. Oh. Tapos 14 squared, 296. Tama, baka mali na ako dun ah. 13 times 13, tama. Makita niyo dito, pinagbaliktad dito. 11 squared, 121, plus 1, matik na yan. Tapos 13 squared, this is 69, this is 96. So 13 is yung favorite ninyo, 69. 14 is 96. Pinagbaliktad lang siya. So 11 to 14, ang dali nang sa uluhin eh. 'Di ba? Tapos 15 squared, yung technique natin is pag lahat ng ending sa 5, kunyari, A, tapos 5 yung dulo, tapos squared, ang mangyayari lang dyan is A times A plus 1, tapos 25. Okay? Kunyari, 15. So, it's gonna be 1 times, ano yung kasunod niya? 2. Tapos 25. So, it's gonna be 225. Okay? For example, 45. So, it's just gonna be 45 squared is 4 times, ano yung kasunod ng 4? 5. Tapos 25. So, it's gonna be 20, 25. So, yun ito super dali na nito. So, this is just gonna be 225. So, 11 to 15, easy na siya. So, hindi nyo ito habang naliligo, promise. Sobrang magiging helpful nito, especially sa factoring out ng 256. Kasi plato niya 16, 16, 4 times 4 na lang yan. Tapos na, di ba? Isa-isa yan, 256 divided by 2 divided by 2 divided by 4. Ang tagal. Kung may ganito kayong bakon, madali na siya. So, we have 16, 16 squared, I think it's 256. Ano pag sa Q, 16 times 16, yeah, it's 256. So let's move on. 16 is 256. 17 squared is 289. 18 squared is 324. 19 squared is 361. 20 squared is 400. I can verify this sa calculator. Tama, tama, tama. Okay. So, ang technique naman dito sa 17, 18, 19, 7 times 4 is 28. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 4 is 36. So, if i-square mo siya, technically it's just i-times mo sa 4 to. 7 times 4 is 28. So, 7 squared is like lagi 9 naman yung dulo. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 8 times 8, 64. 4 yung dulo. 19 squared, 9 times 4 is 36. Plus 9 squared is 81. 1 yung dulo. So, it's just times 4. Plus kung ano yung dulo. Diba? Ang dali niya. So, ito lang sasaluhin niya dyan. Ito lang yung walang pattern dyan. Kasi 6 times 4 is 24. Pero plus 1 lang naman siya. So, it's just gonna be 24. Tapos 6 times 6 is 36. So, gawin niyo lang siyang plus 1. It's 256. Kasi 225 na tayo. So, 256 na siya. So, and it's just like almost times 4. Tapos dulo. Literal na times 4. It's total squared 400. Diba? Yung solo kayo, wag yung soluhin itong numbers na to. Soluhin nyo, paano siya sinasolve na 11 squared ng 12, 44. Tapos 69, 96, tapos 25, this technique. Tapos times 4, plus 1, times 4, times 4, times 4. Nasasolve siya ng ganun. You have 3 months hanggang mag-CSE. Simulan niyo dito. 1 month nyo itong gawin habang naliligo. Tapos next month is 21 to 30. Promise sa factorization, super laking help niya. And mag-save ng around a minute sa factorization. Well, so, I think first time ko lang shinare kung paano ko siya sinasarulo. So, this is gonna be 1 million pesos, guys. Pwede na lang sa GCash. Ito rin. So, ganito, tuturo ko pa rin kung paano sinasoli yung 21 to 30. Maybe sa next sessions natin. But it's really helpful. So, balik tayo sa factorization natin. So, here, 256 is gonna be 16 squared, 16 squared, 16 squared. So, this is gonna be 4 squared, tapos 4 squared. Here we can stop na there. Already small numbers. Ang goal is papunta kayo sa small numbers. And dito sa 1296 natin, 1296. So, parang wala kang alam na yung square dyan. So, isa-isayin mo. And the 6. Divisibility rules na huwag natin kakalimutan yung divisibility rules. So, tayo sa divisibility rules dito. Iyawag naman. So, 1296, it's gonna be 4 times 3 to 4. 3 to 4. Tapos, divisible na naman ulit by 4. Gonna be 81. Oh, mathematic na. Gonna be 9 times 9. Okay? So, i-rewrite natin ito. I-rewrite natin yung 256 over 1296 raised to negative, what's that number? 3 over 4. So, disclaimer, mukha lang siyang mahaba sinusolve kasi ina-explain ko isa-isa. Pero, if gets nyo na kung paano siya i-solve, take out ng 1 to 2 minutes, tapos madali siya. Yung kasing goal ng training, it's not simply to quickly solve. Ang goal ng training is to learn how to solve para you can quickly solve after the training. Okay? So, i-rewrite natin to as the factors na 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 all over, what's this? 4 times 4 times 9 times 9. So, let's check sa calculation. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 1296. Okay. So, nagkakalkula ako para mapabilis yung time natin kasi limited lang yung time natin. Pero, bawal talaga mag-calculate sa CSE, guys. Okay. So, here, we have this. So, paano natin siya gagawin? First, i-process natin yung ano. Pwede natin i-process yung loob muna or yung labas. Pero ako, kaya na natin i-simplify yung loob eh. Kita ninyo, cancel tong 4, cancel tong 4. This is gonna be 4 times 4 over 9 times 9. Diba? Easy. Tapos, raise to 3 over 4. So, quick solve natin to. Para natin solve. Una, alisin muna natin yung negative. So, if may negative dito, that means babalik rin natin tong kung na to. It's gonna be 9 times 9 over 4 times 4. Tapos, raise to 3 over 4. Tapos i-distribute na natin yung 3/4 sa loob. So, it's gonna be 9 times 9 raised to 3. Tapos 4 times 4 raised to 3. Tapos 4th root lahat. Okay? So, paano natin ito gagawin? Pasimplihin pa natin yung 9 saka 9. Kasi hindi pa ito ma-over 4 eh. So, gagawin natin siyang 3 times 3 times, sorry, 3 times 3, 9 times 3 times 3. 9 ulit to. Tapos, raised to 3 pa. Tapos, yung sa baba is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Tapos, raised to 3 pa. Tapos, 4th root. So, nakikita nyo na yung pattern. May apat tayo dun. Apat-apat yan. So, if may apat-apat dyan, magiging ganito na siya. So, yung nasa taas, it's gonna be 3 raised to 4 raised to 3 all over. Yung nasa baba is 2 raised to 4 raised to 3. Tapos, over 4, which is gonna be 4 times 3 is 12. 3 raised to 12. Tapos, sa baba is 2 raised to 12. Tapos, over 4 to eh. Diba? Ano to? Yung nasa labas is gonna be over 4. Over 4. It's just gonna be 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 raised to 3. All over 12 divided by 4 is 3. 2 raised to 3. So, yun yung sagot natin. 3 raised to 3 over 2 raised to 3. And if check natin yung options, i-check na natin, nasa options ba siya or dito ang galawan? Tapos natin ito dito. 3 raised to 3. Wala siya. So, what do we need? What we need to do is simply simplify. 3 raised to 3 is equal to 27. 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. Diba? And that's the answer. Mukha siyang unsolvable, right? Na para pag tinignan niyo, ito yung tipong babalikan niyo na lang. Pero if check din niyo yung solution, it's just simply factor out ninyo yung 256. Factor out yung 256. Factor out niyo yung 1296. Tapos isa-isahin nila yung process. Alisin yung negative exponent. Tapos expand to, which is pinaliit lang natin. Tapos pagdating dito, loss of exponent lang siya. Mukha siyang complex pero it's just gonna be 12 over 4 din sa dulo. Tapos kunin yung tamang sagot. See, yun yung power if alam niyo yung loss of exponent. And yung golden rule natin na, ano yung golden rule natin? Don't multiply, factor out. Kaya siya ng less than 2 minutes. Okay? Questions. Ayun. I think pa na tayo sa last question natin for tonight kasi it's almost 9:30. So, yung mga hindi natin matuturo is skip na lang natin towards the next sessions natin. Tulad sige mag-last two pa tayo. Okay. Goods po ba? Or kaya kasi if nandiyan pa kayo. I have a question by Nolan. Anika, I have a question. Eh, I think wala naman na. So, punta tayo sa 10 to na. Okay, dito tayo sa yung na-skip natin kanina. Roommates pick a number. Oops, lost. Okay. Ayan, okay. This is a fun one actually. I love this problem. Oh, sorry for that. Swipe words. But there you go. And okay. This is the problem. We might pick some numbers from 1 to 99 exclusive. JB with this set J is he picked all multiples of 3. DJ picked all multiples of 5 and Ian picked all multiples of 7. The main question is find the cardinality of J union B union I. So, it's 3 lessons yata yung need natin dito. First is, alamin natin kung paano natin mabibilang yung multiples of 3, 5, and 7. So, we can use the rules of, for example, 3, 6, 9, 12, bilangin niyo sa isa. Yung divisibility rules and such. Pero ang gusto kong gamitin dito is yung arithmetic formula. So, with the arithmetic formula, we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So, sa class Big Quiz, i-discuss natin to for practices and such. Sa class Bagwis, it's more of application. Maybe may basics din, pero more of application talaga tulad nito. So, for example, all multiples of 3. Ano yung kukunin natin dyan? Para makuha natin si n, kailangan natin kunin. Ano ba a sub n, which is yung dulo. Okay. So, multiples ng 3, ano yung dulo from 1 to 99 exclusive? Can you guess sa chat box ano yung dulo? Ano yung final na multiple ng 3 so 1 to 99 exclusive? So, it's, most ng maging sagot is 99 kasi 99 is divisible by 3. However, we have this word exclusive. First math lesson natin dito is exclusive versus inclusive. When you hear this word, tapos nasa ranges siya, exclusive means parenthesis, 3 to 99, then inclusive means bracket. Sorry for that, bracket, 3 to 99. So, ang meaning nito, 'pag inclusive kasama yung 99 dito sa set na pagpipili natin. 'Pag dito, since this is parenthesis, it's not. Okay? Probably alam niyo 'tong, terms na 'to, bracket and parenthesis, pero ito hindi siya gano'n ka-familiar. But since it's the word exclusive here, ang final natin dito is just 96. Hindi siya 99 kasi it's exclusive. Hmm, so, if final natin is 96 and a sub 1 natin, obviously, it's if 1 to 99, it's gonna be 3. So, 96 is equal to a sub 1, which is 3, plus n minus 1. Ano yung difference natin? It's 3. So, multiples of 3. So, 3 yung common difference natin. Okay? So, let's solve this. It's gonna be 96 minus 3 is equal to n plus n minus 1 times 3. So, 96 minus 3 is 93. 93. Oh, sorry for that ugly writing. 93 over 3 is equal to n minus 1. So, 90 divided by 3 is gonna be 3, 1, tapos minus 1 dito, so plus 1 is equal to n is equal to 32. So, the cardinality of set J, yung pinili ni JP is 32. Okay? Now, let's go to pinili ni DJ, which is set D. So, kay DJ, pinili niya is all multiples of 5. So, let's try that. So, same formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times t. So, dulo natin from 1 to 99 is obviously 95. Tapos, 5 yung first natin. Then, n minus 1 natin. And 5 din yung d natin. So, this is a coincidence kasi nag-start tayo sa 1. Pero if hindi tayo nag-start to 1, probably iba yung a sub 1 natin. For example, nag-start tayo sa 10 to 99. So, 10 yung a sub 1 natin. Kasi ito is 5 pa rin. Okay, so let's solve this. It's gonna be 95 minus 5 all over 5 plus 1. If kinonvert ko lang from pabilis tayo, tuturo naman namin sa inyo kung paano yun. So, 95 minus 5 is 90 divided by 5 is 18. 18 plus 1 is equal to n. So, n netong set J is 19. Okay? Gets pa? Gets pa? Set D pala. Set D is 19 kasi she's si DJ. Then the last set is Ian, which picked all multiples of 7. So, multiples of 7, anong dulo? Pag ganun, hanapin nyo na 7 times 10, 70 na yan eh. Ano yung malapit sa 99? Na multiple? 21. 91. May kasunod pa yan. 98. Oh, 98 yung dulo niyan. So it's gonna be 98 is equal to 7 plus n minus 1 times 7. So lipat ulit, 98 minus 7 all over 7 plus 1 is equal to n. So 98 minus 7 is gonna be 91 divided by 7. Tignan naman, hindi natin siya kayang tignan. Let's track this. So this is gonna be 91, oh, sorry for that. 91 over 7. 9 divided by 7 is 1. Divided by 7 is 13. Plus 1 is equal to n. So n is equal to 14. Ano? Okay na niya. So, ganun siya. That n natin is 14. So, we have, sorry. Yan. So, we have multiples ng 3, which is 32. Sorry. Let me change the color. Multiples ng 3 is 32. Multiples ng 5 is 19. Multiples ng 7 is 14. I-add na lang ba natin sila para makuha yung cardinality ng J, union T, union B, union C, and union I? Oh, sorry for that. The answer is no. Bakit? For example, if we pick number 15, nabilang siya dito sa 3, nabilang din siya dito sa, nabilang din siya dito sa multiples of 5. And if i-union kasi natin siya, ang thought kasi dyan is, sorry, ang ina-assume kasi natin dyan is hindi nare-repeat yung elements. So, if ganito yung mangyayari dyan, if pagsama-sama natin siya, ang thought dapat is hindi nare-repeat yung elements. And pwede naman talaga ma-repeat yung elements sa isang set. Pero the thought of the question is, isa lang dapat yung nandyan. So, paano natin gagawin yun? Isang beses lang dapat makakount yung 15. So, we need to subtract something. We need to subtract the multiples of 15, which is 3 times, we have 3, 5, and 7. We need to subtract multiples of 15, multiples of 35, and multiples of 21. Kasi if nabilang yung 15 dito sa dalawa, subtract natin yung isa, counted as 1 na lang siya. So, kailangan natin i-listen itong mga to. So, ang multiples ng 15 is 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. This is 6. Hindi natin siya i-arithmetic kasi sobrang laki naman ito. Kaya na natin siyang isa-isahin. So, 35 and 70. 1 of 5 is not counted na. 21 is 21, 42, 63, 84. So, it's 4. So, the final answer is 19 plus 32 plus 14 minus 6. Ay, sorry. Minus, ano natin to? Ay, sorry. Minus 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 4 is 12 minus 12. So 19 plus 14 is 32. It's gonna be 20 plus 13. It's gonna be 5, 3, 4, 5, 65 minus 12, 63. If the thought is no repeating elements. Okay, so the answer is 53. So it's just arithmetic and then kailangan i-subtract. And pagdating natin sa higher problems, tuturo din namin yung principle of inclusion and exclusion. Nandito kasi nag-limit tayo sa ano eh. Oh, sorry. Basta pi. Principle of exclusion and exclusion. Kasi dito nag-limit tayo sa hanggang 99 lang. Pero if lumaki pa tayo, pag nag-subtract tayo, may masasubtract tayong sobra. Hindi naman natin mag-add pa ulit. Tuturo naman yung for higher complex problems. Okay? Gets. Okay, and down to our last problem. Super last na talaga natin siya. Let's pick this one. Yun. 1,700 is divisible by how many positive integers? Okay, so last problem na tayo guys. Last problem. Wala, 8, sorry. 8. Track this. Okay. So, sa last type ng problem natin, the question is, 2,700 is divisible by how many positive integers? So, technically, it's just saying, ilan yung factors ng 2,700. So, it seems simple, but it's stressful. Why? For example, let's start with a small number. If we have 24, ilan yung factors niya? Isa-isahin natin. 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, 6 times 4. So we have 8 here. Okay? And if kunyari 144 pa lang tayo, for example, this is 1 times 144, 2 times, sorry for my handwriting, 2 times 72, 3 to 4, 8, 3 times 48, 4 times, ilan ba to? 4, 8, 12, 24, 88, tapos 6, yeah, 6 times 2, 24, tapos 7, 8, divided ba siya by 8, 8 times, ilan ba to? 1, 64, 2, 8, 10, and then, ano nga ba, ililista natin siya isa-isa. And imagine, what if umabot pa tayo sa 2,700? So, it is a long list of shit. So, the quick method here is, simple formula lang siya. Kailangan natin ulit yung factor out. Okay, yung factor out natin siya, it's just gonna be, ay, sorry. It's yung factor out. It's prime factorization rather. Kailangan natin is prime factorization. Okay, so if prime factor natin 24, it's gonna be 24, gonna be 8, sorry for my handwriting. 24 is gonna be 8 times 3. So this is gonna be 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, 2 cubed times 3. So pag nilista natin siya, we have 2 raised to 3 times 3. Ang need natin yung exponents. Exponents natin is 3, exponent natin is 1. Multiply natin siya, pero plus 1. 3 plus 1 times 1 plus 1. 3 times plus 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Boom! The zinger. 8 matches 8. Okay? Magic, right? So, hindi mo na siya need-list. Kailangan mo lang yung prime factor. Tapos, i-multiply natin siya. So, pagdating sa 144, let's try it out. Sa 144, ang mangyayari dyan is 144, this is gonna be 12 times 12. So, this is gonna be 4 times 3, 4 times 3. Dapat is prime factors. Hindi tayo pwede mag-end sa 4 squared. Dapat mag-end tayo sa 2 squared. 2 squared. So, ang factors ito is 2 raised to 4 times 3 squared. So, 2 raised to 4 is 2 for 16. 16 times 9. Yeah, 16 times 9. So, it's gonna be, let's check it out. I think it's 144. Ayan, I'll verify, 144. So, ilis na lang ulit. 4, tapos 2, plus 1, plus 1. Multiply na lang siya. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. We have 15 factors for that. Okay, so that's it. So we only have, when we say how many factors do we have, it's just prime factorization. It's multiply. This is na ilista niya siya. Okay, and let's go back to our main problem, which is, what's that? 2,700. 2,700 siya. And yeah, here you go. 2,700. So it's gonna be obviously 27 times 100. Tapos this is 3 cubed. This is 10 squared, which is gonna be 5 times 2 squared. So the answer is 5 squared times 2 squared times 3 cubed. So let me check. 5 times 5 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. 5 times 5 times Ay sorry, may kulang pala. Times 3. Okay. Yeah, 2,700. So, kailangan natin dyan is 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 3 plus 1. You just look at the exponents. Okay, exponent, exponent, exponent. So it's gonna be 3, sorry, 3 times 3 times 4. So 3 times 3 is 9 times 4 is 36. We check dito. Yep, we have 36. So that's our last magic. To consider individually how many positive integers, you don't have to list it all. You just need to use this formula, prime factor, and then formula. So, meron pa kaming ganung ituturo sa class Big-Quiz kasi mabilisan siya. Class Big-Quiz is, ay, class Big-Quiz kasi mabilisan siya. Class Big-Quiz is puro tayo fundamentals, class Big-Quiz, turo namin yung shortcuts like this. Okay? But as I've said kanina, hindi kami magtuturo ng shortcuts hanggang di nyo pa alam yung fundamentals. So, important na i-attendan nyo lahat ng classes natin starting ng January 12. And I guess that's it. Do you have any questions? Okay, I think there is none. So yun, before I end, tayo dito. Yeah. Okay. So yun, nakita nyo kanina paano tayo mag-discuss. Lahat ng quick solvings natin as class bug quiz. Sure, basic plus quick solvings is class bug quiz. Pero yung starting from fundamentals talaga is class big quiz. So technically, kung sa class big quiz ka, i-lesson mo rin to. Additional lang to. Plus bagwis ka naman, strictly dito ka lang, di mo matatake tong fundamentals practice nila. Okay? So, if you have any other questions, just message sa page. But, ang mangyari lang naman ngayon is free tayo ng tutorials up until January 11. Tapos January 12 start na dito. We're still in the early bird. 800 pesos yung actual tutorials natin, January up to February. Kasi March 3 yung exam, diba? So, buong January and February, 800 pesos siya. However, we have 50% off, 400 pesos lang tayo until Wednesday. Hanggang Wednesday lang yung 50% off natin. And if you want further discounts, search just sa page yung referral system natin. Kaya nyo makalibre for the actual entire tutorial sessions. Okay, and to, ganito lang yung mga sessions natin. Ituturo namin yung basics kung paano siya isin-solve ng long method, and then after that is paano siya sinasolve quickly. Kasi nga goal natin is memorize the stuff via solving, not via reading it. Kasi ganun tayo dito sa math. And for the other subjects natin, analytical and verbal, iabang din nyo sa next. Dito is puro numerical tayo mostly. Analytical and verbal is magkakaroon tayo sa next Saturdays natin. And abangan nyo lang kung ano yung magiging content natin dyan. Okay? So I'm gonna stop